channel. So happy Valentine's Day for those of you guys that are celebrating, and if you're not, don't worry girl, I got you, we'll celebrate together. I just want to say that I love you guys more than anything, and yeah, you guys are my Valentines. As cheesy as that is true. But yeah, I've decided to create a look inspired by Valentine's Day. So it's quite flirty and girly. It's quite a soft makeup look, but you can totally amp it up by changing the lashes or going a bit deeper in the crease. But I've done it to a point where it's kind of daytime wearable and evening wearable as well. Does that make sense? But yeah, you can wear it for day and night. Change the lip color if you wish, if you feel like there's too much pink going on. I thought it complemented it quite nicely. But yeah, do whatever suits you, and you can change it up where you like, but I just thought you could take inspiration from it if you're going out with your boo thang or even with your girls. It's just nice to get into that festive mood with a look like this. Before I let you go, I just want to say I have a bit of a watery eye with this eye. It's a little bit irritated today, so I have popped lashes on, but they're not sticking properly on the inner corner. Ouch. God. On the inner corner, just because they're quite watery, and so the eyeliner as well won't stay on properly there, so I'm sorry. But yeah, the rest of it I'm quite happy with, and I really hope you enjoy watching this tutorial. So to start, I've got my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Pure Beige, and this is just going to go all over my eyes as a base for our eyeshadows, and it's just going to clear out any discoloration that we've got, and I'm just blending that in with my fingers. This is going to stop our eyeshadows from creasing, and it's going to help it last extra long. Then I've got my L'Oreal La Palette Nude in the shade Rose, and I'm just taking these two matte shades from it, so it's like a light brown and a soft pink shade, and this is just going to go through the crease and a little bit above it, just with a soft blendy brush, and this will be our transitional shade eyeshadow, so it's something that is in the background which the other colours will blend into. Then I'm taking this soft pink shimmery or metallic shade, should I say, and on a flat shader brush I am just taking this all the way across my eyelids. You just want to build this up until you have the intensity that you like. And then I'm taking this matte grey eyeshadow, and just on a tapered blending brush, I'm just focusing this shade on the outer corner of the eye. I'm really wedging it into the outer corner of my crease and wriggling it about just to get that depth on the outer corner mainly. And then I'm just taking a mix of that metallic purple shade and the dark grey once more, and I'm just doing the same thing, and so I'm just really building up that depth and intensity on the outer corner, and you just want to keep doing this until you are happy with how it looks. So keep building and blending, and that's the main thing. And then I am just going to move on to skin once I finish that, and I've got my L'Oreal True Match foundation. I will leave the shades for everything down below in the description box, but finally I found a Drugstore foundation that I think matches me quite well. So yeah, I'm just blending this in with my Real Techniques buffing brush, and as you can see, it gives a really nice flawless base, and it's got a really beautiful medium and buildable coverage. Then to conceal my under eyes, I've got my LA Girl Pro Conceal and my Maybelline Anti-Age Rewind Eraser thing concealer. So I'm taking my LA Girl one first to cover up my dark circles, as it is more full coverage. And then I am just going over that with my Maybelline concealer to highlight these areas, and then I'm just using the same Maybelline concealer to highlight other areas, so down the bridge of my nose, also just on my forehead as well. When I'm highlighting my forehead, I like to create an upside down triangle. As you can see, there are triangles and shapes on the face, like underneath the eyes as well. So it kind of helps you with knowing how to and where to highlight, and yeah, and how much you need to highlight too, if that makes sense. And then you just want to blend all of those highlighted areas out, and make sure everything is looking seamless and flawless, and that there are no harsh or funny lines along your face. Then I'm just taking my Soap & Glory Kick-Ass powder, and this has got a nice yellow tint to it, and I'm just setting the highlighted areas of my face with this powder, and it's really nice and light and finely milled, so it sits really nicely underneath the eyes. I'm not highlighting the rest of my face just because I found that this foundation, it ended up sitting a little bit dry on my face, so I didn't really need to put a little bit more powder anywhere else, just in the areas where I feel I get a little bit oily and I need to set. Then moving back onto the eyes, I'm just taking the light shimmery shade from the palette, and I'm just taking this along the brow bone, and this is just to highlight it a little bit. I'm also taking that same colour on the inner corners of the eyes, and this is really going to open up the eyes and make it look a little bit fresh. And then taking that same matte grey eyeshadow just on a pencil brush along the lower lash line to tie the whole eye look together really, really nicely. Moving on to mascara, I've got my Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara, which I believe they just brought out, and it's a really nice mascara for separating and lengthening your lashes, so I thought it was perfect for this look because I didn't want anything too thick and clumpy. So I'm applying a couple of coats of this onto my top lashes, and then I also pop some on my bottom lashes too. And then just to kind of amp up the look a little bit, I applied some falsies, but they're really nice and light, fluttery false lashes. I believe they're the Ardell 110s, but I will double check, and again I will just leave it down below in the description box. But I applied some really nice and light ones, nothing too intense. Moving on to bronzer, I've got my NYX matte bronzer in the shade Medium Dark, and this is just going to go in the hollows of my cheeks and along my temples, and this is just to warm up my complexion. And then to contour slightly, I'm using my Maybelline contour kit here, and I'm just taking the contour shade, of course, and on an angled brush just applying this onto the hollows of my cheeks once more, and again onto my temples. I didn't go for a really heavy contour just because again we want this look to look quite nice and fresh, but I also contoured down the sides of my nose and just at the tip of it to slim it out a little bit. This is of course personal preference. Then of course to highlight, I'm using my Freedom Pro highlight in the shade Glow, and I'm using my phone as a mirror because my Snapchat family will know that I was doing this on Snapchat. But yeah, I'm just doing this on the top of my cheekbones because I want them to pop, and I'm also just going to take this down the bridge of my nose also, and just at the tip a little bit. Then for blusher, I've got my NYX blusher in the shade Peach, even though it's a really nice baby pink, so I don't know why they named it Peach, but this is just going to go on the apples of my cheeks and a little bit above, but I only took a really small amount of this because it's quite a bright shade. Then for lips, I've got my jumbo lip pencil in the shade Soft Future, again by NYX. Did I mention that? Anyway, I'm just taking this along my lips. And then I just wanted to add a bit of depth to the lips, so I lined them with this L'Oreal lip liner, and I cannot say the name for the life of me because it's in French, so I'll leave it down below. So that's what the lips look like, but I wanted to nude it out a little bit because I felt like it was a bit too pink for me. So I've taken my Rimmel and Kate Moss lipstick in the shade 03, and I've popped this mostly on the centre of my lips, and then I've just gone back around it with my lip liner to redefine the lips and to add a bit of that pink back in. And then I just took a black kohl eyeliner to go along the lash band of the eyelashes because I just hate seeing that lash band and I didn't want it to be visible at all. But this, guys, is the finished look. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you did, comment down below, share and subscribe, follow me on Insta and Snapchat. I'm now on Snapchat. All the details will be down below, and thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye.